Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm in the range about to do some training that I normally do at home for competition. So I do a lot of dry firing at home. Dry firing means I take my gun, I normally don't have a mag in there, and I just pull the trigger. I get real acquainted with my trigger, I get a good grip, and I do this like every day. So today I decided to come to the range because I want to dry fire and live fire, just to get some reps in the 19X. So today I'm going to show you what I do. So the first thing I do is check my gun, make sure everything is good, make sure the features that I have on the gun are working. That way when I get ready to run my next comp, everything is working like it's supposed to. So the next thing I do is I just do, like I just showed you, a few rounds of trigger pulling. I make sure my grip is like I want it every time. I make sure I pull the trigger like I want it every time. I make sure I find my wall and know exactly where my reset is going to be. And then I also make sure my sight alignment is right where I want it to be. So I do that a few times. Just making sure everything is stable. And I just do that. I would do more, but for purposes of the video, I'll just cut it there and get to the next thing that I do. So the next thing I do is I place my holster or my gun in my holster. Now at this range, you are allowed to draw. This is rifle gear. You're allowed to draw from your holster as long as you pass the qualification. So I've been coming here, they know me. I did my qualification in like 5 minutes. And so I come here when I don't want to go outside, because on days like today it's cold. And I come in here and I draw. I do the same thing at home. So because I run IDPA, I also bring my vest because I train the way I want to perform. So I make sure I bring all the necessary things that I would use in competition right here at the range. So initially I'll start out with just drawing, no mags, no nothing. And occasionally I'll pull the trigger. For now it's just a draw, making sure I get to my gun. And it doesn't always look pretty, but that's why you come and you practice. So normally at home, I would have my timer. I don't like using my timer here because I just feel like it's too loud. So either way, I just kind of go off a beep in my head and I practice drawing. Do this a few times, making sure when I draw it's a clean draw. So with IDPA you have to have a concealed carry garment, and I have a vest. So normally I just swipe my vest out of the way and I pull here to take my shot. So my routine is normally move, grab, and push out. Slower trigger pull there. Okay, so I do that a few times. I do this a lot at home actually. And at home, because you know we're in a range, I'm in my own bay. At home, I actually move around. So I'll draw the gun, pop, pop, transition. I'll even hit a reload and move, transition. So now we're going to put a few rounds in our magazines. And before we do that, the next thing that I do at home as well is once I draw a few times, I'll have an empty mag in my gun. draw, I'll drop the mag, grab the next one, and go in. So normally they're on my belt, which is what I'm about to do right now. So I put my mags in my mag pouches. I put an empty mag in the gun, and then hit start, grab. That's what I do. I'll do this a few times. I'll keep that in there since it's empty. Reload, start, put a mag on, we go again. Helps with reloading. So I've gotten really good at my reloads simply because I practice them. I think my reloads could be a lot cleaner. However, I am dealing with plastic polymer mags. I feel like metal mags make a difference. They drop even more freely. Some of y'all did give me tips on how to get these to drop a little bit more freely, and I have been using those. So also, I just find that when you're releasing a mag from the 19X, specifically mine, you can't always just really go like this because that will happen. So you really have to release it straight up, then cant it, and then get on. So it's one thing I had to learn because I want to run this platform. You got to make some adjustments. So let's go again. See? So I broke my grip, and what's happening is my ring finger over here is pressing up against the mag release on the other side. So it's not dropping. You got to break it, drop it straight, insert it, and then you're back on. So, and I face that a lot when I dry fire, which is not bad. It's just stay consistent with your reloads. All right. So now we're going to focus on that part. And there it is. Like, even when I'm resetting to put it back in the mag pouch, it doesn't freely go because it's canted. It has to be, at least for my 19X, it has to be straight up. And once you push the mag release, it'll fall right out. If you go to a cant, it's a little bit slower. So drop it, cant, put the next one in. Here you go. All right, so let's do that one a few more times. Fumble that reload. Been getting in the habit of trying to reload without looking, which takes a lot of practice, but we get there sometimes. All right, so once I've done a bunch of dry firing at home, I take a break. I stop. I was like, okay, that's enough for today. But being that I'm here at the range, I can dry fire and I can live fire. So what we're gonna do is just put about 5 rounds in my first mag, and we're gonna draw the gun and take one shot. I've got a target at 7 yards down there. Typically in IDPA, it's anywhere between 5 yards and 20 yards, your targets, but majority of the time they're somewhere between 7 and 10 yards, or 7 and 12. So, to gun. And this is exactly how I would do it at the start of a stage. They say load and make ready. Load up my gun, move everything out the way, place it in there, be ready to fire. So I'm going to take one shot out of the draw. All right, so that was not a good draw. Had it been a stage, I'd have drew it anyway, just to, the buzzer went off, so you got to go. But practicing, I know that wasn't a good draw. Okay, and today, disclaimer, I'm running some of my ammo that I'm trying to get rid of. It doesn't always run perfectly in my 19X, so that's fine because I get to practice on malfunctions. So that was one shot. I think I put 5 shots in here, or either 6. think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got one more. Okay, so I probably should have played that one. That was probably a light primer strike. Yep, so light primer strike on that one, but I should have played it, being that it didn't fire. If I were at a stage or at a match, I would know what to do. I would have reacted. I would have cleared it, put a new mag in, been ready to go. So the brain didn't tell me to do it because I'm recording. So let's do another 5. All right, we got 5 more. Ooh, my sight was way up there. Ooh, I pulled that one. And I pulled it, and I knew I was gonna pull it because when I brought my support hand on, it was loose. It was very loose. So that's the thing to always consider, especially when you're live firing, because you can actually see what's going on out there on the target. Is it's got to be consistent every time. Consistency, consistent grip, consistent draw, consistent press out, consistent trigger pull. Yeah, everything has to be consistent if you want your shots to be really in the same spot, kind of together, but like literally make that grouping. I think I got one more. Yep. Okay. All right, so one thing I do want to work on today is some of y'all, a couple of y'all have said, Summer, when you reload and your gun goes to slide lock, why do you rack it with your support hand, then put your support hand, then press out and then shoot? My response was my slide lock didn't drop as, well, it's not that it didn't drop, but whenever I would reach for my slide lock, I felt like I had to put too much pressure. It didn't just go down, but now it does. I think, you know, I've got at this point over 3,500 rounds through the 19X. And so now when I press the slide lock, it literally goes down. So instead of reloading after a slide lock, reloading and racking my slide with the support hand and then pressing out shoot, now I'm trying to work on reloading, dropping the slide, and I already got my support hand there. So somebody told me in my squad last week, it would probably take off a quarter of a second if I just be at slide lock, reload the ammo, and then drop it. So now it's dropping so freely that I feel more confident in doing it. So that's what we're gonna do today, is reload with a slide lock drop and see if everything works out. All right, so I've got 1 round in each mag. 1 round here. So I'm going to shoot. I should go to slide lock. When I go to slide lock, I'm gonna reload that 1 round, drop the slide with my slide lock or slide stop, and then see how things work. I think it'll work fine. All right, here we go. And there's the light primer strike. Which again, I should have played it. Should have reset, or not reset, but reloaded. So let's see if this one works. If it does it this time, I'll show y'all how I clear my malfunctions, which is very important in training as well. All right, I didn't like that grip. I was almost about to pull the trigger. And light primer strike. Okay, so slide drop really good that time. Yeah, I'm reminded not to buy this ammo again. And honestly, I dumped it in my mag pouch. There was like maybe 50 rounds left, and I forgot the name of it, but I will not buy it again because out of the 2,000 rounds that I bought of it, it was cheap. I can't remember the name of it though, but out of the 2,000 rounds, probably I'd say 100 to 200 of it was trashy. All right, so let's do that again. I did like how that slide dropped though. It's very nice. All right. Oh, better draw, better draw. Okay, so what I did realize there was even after using my slide lock to drop the slide, when I went back to bring the support hand, it was not a good grip. So focusing on making sure it's a good grip with your support hand after dropping it, because both of them should kind of happen simultaneously. So drop and then be ready to pull the trigger. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. See? Oh, it didn't lock back. And a light prom strike. Okay, so it didn't lock back that time, probably because I was riding the slide lock. Let's do it again. Didn't lock back that time either. Let's see. Yeah, I think I was riding it. Okay, so let's see. Let's try it a third time. Light prom strike. And I keep telling y'all I'm gonna fight through the malfunction, and I keep forgetting. I was in my head too much on that. Let's do it again. Okay, what I did notice was obviously I didn't get my mag to drop freely that time, but I also noticed that when I went to drop my slide lock this time, I waited to bring my support hand. Like I kind of waited for a slide drop confirmation. I kind of like wait for the confirmation, then I bring my hand in, which is basically the same thing as racking your slide. So one thing I need to work on is going ahead and getting the support hand there, whether the slide is completely dropped or not, but at least I'll be on target. All right, let's go again. Light prom, come on. I keep forgetting. It's a light prom strike though. I keep forgetting to show y'all how to clear the malfunction. I mean, that's how you clear it, but in the event that I'm in a stage, how do I clear it and keep shooting? That's not the way to clear the malfunction. But I kind of went off of his beeper over there. It kind of went off at the same time I was about to draw. That is not how you clear the malfunction. You clear the slide first, get the round out of there, then you load up a new mag. I did it backwards, and I normally don't do it like that, so I don't know why that happened. Let's go again. Let's put this hair out the way. That felt good. That felt good. Ooh, I cut myself somehow. Okay, so that's probably the first time I did that right. So let's put some consistent habits in. See if we can do this multiple times. All right. That's why I don't do it. I did exactly what I wanted to, which is get the support hand there regardless of if it's dropped or not. But it's kind of like I need that extra little lip there, which the Glock store carries those because I put it on my Glock 43A. It's kind of like a little hanger that goes right up here on the slide lock. And I think if I'd had that, it would have dropped. So let's go again. It didn't lock back. Which is very strange because my Glock always locks back. It's probably because I got the camera on and it wants to show me that I'm a liar, but still didn't lock. Ah. Almost knocked my tooth out. My gosh. Light primer strike. I was almost missing the front tooth. All right, still gonna work on that, but let's hit some double taps real quick. Hopefully it won't light primer strike all the way through. Again, like I said earlier, another thing that I do is I transition, but I do that live fire and dry fire, but when I'm at home, obviously it's dry fire. That way you can work on your transition, work on your footwork, and work on putting your gun, directly on the target. Could be quicker. Like primer strike. And y'all saw that one hit me in the eye. Like primer strike. You gotta wear eye protection. You never know. Like primer strike. Another one, and then we're out. That typically wouldn't happen in a competition as far as that many shots. The most you would get with that many shots back to back like that is probably like a warm-up stage. Probably do 5 shots to the body, 1 shot to the head. And let's work on reloads. All right, we're gonna work on reloads with live fire. I typically do lots of reloads with dry fire, but this is the last thing that I typically do other than transition, which we can't do today, but the last thing I like to do is just work on reloads, make sure they're clean, make sure I got my gun back on target and pulling the trigger. Light primer strike. Not too bad. I think I got one in the head right there. Whew, glad this ain't a range day. Well, I'm glad it is a range day and not a competition day. Thought I only had 2 in there. That was a good one. All right, y'all, last one. And we'll wrap this video up. All right, that was a good one. I went off his timer over there. Yeah, a timer does make a difference. Keeps you on your toes. Keeps you thinking, just like in competition, oh, I've got to fire this because I'm on a timer. I need to do it as fast as possible. Let's see if he does his timer one more time. All right, so that was good. I do have my timer, but like I said, didn't feel a need for it, but a timer is a really good thing to have when you come out here to the range to train. So to sum it all up, make sure you're dry firing at home, especially if you are competitive shooter. And you know, making sure, well, even if you're not a competitive shooter, you can do these things at home, especially the dry fire aspect of it, getting used to your trigger, making sure you're not dipping when you pull the trigger. You want to make sure it's slow and steady when you pull it. No dipping, firm grip, and everything is good. Second thing is draw firing from the holster. So put your gun in your holster, put your timer or a beep, draw, be on target. You do that, I don't know, 10-15 minutes a day. And obviously train the way you'll perform. So, well, I had my vest on today because I have to move the vest out of the way to get to the gun. The other thing is making sure, if you can, to dry fire and lead to live fire. So if you can go to the range, you can go to an outdoor range, just draw, especially if your range allows you to draw from the holster, just put some ammo in there, pull the trigger, get some reloads in, all the things that you would potentially do in competition, in self-defense, and whatever you do with guns. So I hope that was very helpful today, y'all. Didn't mean for this video to go this long, but hopefully it was very helpful, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. And until next time, stay on, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.